All right, you guys, welcome to another video here at Wristwatch Diaries, and let's talk a little bit about watches. Before we go on with today's episode, I am still wearing my Grand Seiko SBGP005. It's an incredible watch. I can't take it off my wrist. I know you guys are probably tired of seeing this watch on this channel, but it is very difficult to move on from something you really enjoy to wear. Now, the reason for making this video today is that with the recent thefts and scams in the watch industry, and especially what's going on across the United States in the UK with potentially a lot of people becoming victims to watch theft, this is a topic that I found that would be very interesting to talk to you guys about on this channel. Now, these steps are the steps I have taken myself over the last many years of just in general, not in watch collecting, but just keeping myself safe overall. Just a quick disclaimer, these steps are not here to prevent, but more or less minimize of you falling into that category. Now, one of the best advices somebody could give you is just tell you, well, if you don't want to become a victim of theft, don't buy expensive things. But on the end of the day, that is not the world we live in. We do like to treat ourselves, and unfortunately to most of us, this is not the option. Let's go ahead and let's tell you guys some of the precautions that I have taken to avoid any harm happening to me when it comes to purchasing your luxury goods and essentially owning or being a good owner to these specific items. And one of them is going to definitely be being vigilant. Now, I can tell you how crucial and how important this step really is, and that's just not in purchasing luxury items, but just in general overall, the safety of yourself. I believe last year there was an article that was put out of all the violent crimes within United States and the statistics of how many of them were victims to theft. And the study has shown that majority people that fell into that category were just not vigilant, or were not aware of their surroundings. And this is why I'm telling you guys that this is probably one of the most and important step you could take into preventing yourself falling into that category. We are often busy with our lives and with the technology around us that it is very easy for us not to pay attention what surrounds us. But taking the extra time each day just to take a look at your surroundings and paying attention what seems out of the ordinary can help you not to fall into becoming a victim of a theft or even a victim of any other vicious crime. And this is something that it doesn't take much effort, and it comes at a great reward. Now, the second thing that I kind of adopted into my lifestyle, and that is just I do not keep valuables in my house. That is simply a no for me. Now, I do know people that do that. They do own a safe or other things around them and where they do keep their luxury items, but essentially that option does not work for me for many reasons. And one of them is going to be that I specifically do not feel comfortable putting my family and everyone else in jeopardy by owning expensive items or expensive cars in my driveway, because those keen items potentially do attract unwanted attention, whether it's not from the criminal's perspective, but also from everyone else surrounding you. People have different opinions about you and paint a different character of you when you do own specific luxury goods. And I just do not want individuals to develop a different perspective of who I actually am. I do work hard for my items and I do deserve to have them. And I know that people are out there that are just like me and feel the same way about this. So on the end of the day, I do not enjoy and I just don't feel safe keeping luxury items in my house. Now, there are many options out there that you can choose from, such as safety deposit boxes, banks, and so on, or just hiring private security if you really do have the money to do that. On the end of the day, if you can't afford a Patek 5711, you probably are doing very well for yourself, and I'm sure the money is not a big of a problem. So keeping yourself extra safe with either hiring a security guard or getting an armored truck to transport things back and forth for you seems a better option. But for majority of the individuals such as me and you that are probably watching these videos, we have to take certain steps that are much more cost effective. Knowing my audience, and what I mean by that is being very well aware of where exactly am I wearing this particular item. Now, I'm not here to bring down any poorly socioeconomic areas or neighborhoods that kind of are just misfortunate and do struggle with very high crime rates and a lot of violence. But knowing where you're entering or where you're bringing your luxury goods to is a good idea of knowing that this does put me at a much higher risk. Now, before I go out, or if I am traveling to a certain country and I am going to be staying in a particular place, I do a lot of research about this place, especially about the safety of it. Because on the end of the day, luxury goods could be replaced, but your safety and your health cannot. Now, I myself just do not feel okay with the fact of wearing an expensive watch or even driving an expensive car into an area or a neighborhood that I do know struggles economically and socially, because this does really take away from my character, and this is not the type of recognition that I'm looking for. I like to be recognized for things that I am proud of, and being in a place bragging about your luxury goods is just not something I like to be recognized for. On the end of the day, I do enjoy getting together with other watch enthusiasts or other watch nerds like you guys and talk about watches and show off the new watches that I have recently purchased. That's what this community is all about. But outside of that, I am pretty quiet. I try to keep things to myself. And moving on from this is exactly how I tended to avoid many things happening to me. Now, I'm not saying that all of those things are going to stop you from becoming a victim. Unfortunately, we do not live in a perfect world. But I do strongly believe that if you take some of precautions I've mentioned here in this video, you not just can't avoid of becoming a victim to a crime, but also keep yourself and others around you safe. That is all I got for you guys. If you really enjoyed this video, please go ahead, leave a comment down in the section below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next one. Also, keep in mind, I am making a video about the new watch that I have ordered recently. It is coming in the mail today. The shipping was absolutely insane to deal with, which I'll talk more about in the upcoming video. But go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.